your first single from Prism, Raw, hit radio almost a year ago. How has your Prism journey been so far?
My Prism journey has been quite an incredible time in my life, because Prism was an album I made about the time I took to kind of reflect, do some self-reflecting and look inwards and work on myself in that way. And so a lot of songs with hope and inspiration and joy came out. Obviously there are songs like Dark Horse that are more like, you know, just a cool beat party. But Roar came out, which was been an important song for me and an anthem, I think. And now on the Prismatic World Tour, it's been an incredible way to share these songs and bring them to life in 3D and connect with the fans and hear them singing the lyrics and have that special connection with them.
So Prism has been globally successful. Are there any particular standout moments from this whole year?
I think some of the standout moments have been with Roar. I didn't know that it was going to be as big as it has become and become such a adopted anthem for people and means so many different things to them. And then I didn't know that Dark Horse was going to literally be such a dark horse. I had no idea, really, like I never planned on that to be a single, and it's been one of my biggest songs I've ever put out. So I didn't know that people like me doing trap music, which I guess I'll just continue doing more trap music then. So it's been pleasantly surprising, and I think with this record, it's not about trying to duplicate what I did on Teenage Dream, but to really show a variety of who I am as an artist.
So what are your favorite songs from the album and why?
Well, I guess different songs on the album mean different things. I do love how anthemic Roar is. I love how people drop it low to Dark Horse. And I like the sincerity and vulnerability of the last song on the record, By the Grace of God, which is a song that I play in my show. And they all mean different things and really represent different parts of me. But yeah, I like that. And I like Walking on Air because it's kind of very current to what I'm listening to right now, which is a lot of house music, a lot of 90s music.
So By the Grace of God has emerged as a fan favorite. Can you tell us a bit about that song?
By the Grace of God has kind of become this fan favorite, I think, because of its, you know, vulnerability and how revealing the song is, and how it makes people not feel so alone in their own problem or situation that they're going through. When they hear that, oh, Katy Perry has been through it too, then they think, well, if she can get through it and put one foot in front of the other, then maybe I can do that. So I think it brings a lot of hope to people that are in a tough situation. So I think my willingness to share that and be revealing was important for the fans.
Your new single, This Is How We Do, is a really fun song. What inspired that track?
This Is How We Do is a real show-off song. It's a very flaunting, flossy type of song that is all just about, how do you say, swagger? I can't believe I said that word. I'd prefer to say it's all about being flossy. But it's a song, it's a cool song. It's kind of like, you know, it's one of those fun party songs that puts you in the right mood for when you're out, when you're hanging out with your friends. It's not meant to be something like Roar that is got depth and is anthemic. It's just meant to be like, this is a cool, fun song, and, you know, this is how we do, this is how me and my friends hang out. Yeah, we're a little bit flossy, who cares? You know, it's like got a real attitude to it. You know, the video is so beautiful and cool and very high fashion, and you know, it's kind of inspired by Tumblr and how I spend a lot of time on Tumblr and those images that I see online.
Cool. So tell us a little bit about Legendary Lovers.
Legendary Lovers for me is a very international song. It's got a lot of spice to it. It does have a bit of an India type vibe to it. I imagine if I were to make a music video for Legendary Lovers, it could have a bit of a Bollywood flair. India has been one of my favorite places to visit, and I hope to go on tour there one day. I have played there before, but not in specifically for a tour. So it's got a lot of spice to it. It talks about legendary lovers over time, over history. And in my Prismatic World Tour, it's in the ancient Egyptian theme section of the tour, and I'm kind of playing a Cleopatra role, and Anthony and Caesar are fighting over me, and that's kind of like the narrative of that one particular song on tour. But it's talking about famous lovers and legendary lovers, and it talks about how we could be legendary together.
So the Prismatic World Tour is on the road now. What can fans expect from your show?
Well, the Prismatic World Tour is a feast for the eyes and for the ears. There are 7 different sections in the tour, so many different worlds. There's a 90s theme section, there's an ancient Egyptian theme, there's a cat theme, of course, I wouldn't forget, because I'm a cat lady. I am the cat lady, maybe. You let me know. But there is just so much to see and hear, and I always keep in mind that it's important to play the songs that people really know, because when I go to a show and I'm front and center and watching, you know, my favorite artist, I'm like, play that song that I know and I have so many memories with, that I used to hear on the radio, or I still hear on the radio, and so I know people want to sing along. So I try and introduce a little bit of the new records when I'm on tour, but always playing the songs that are, you know, that have been big, that have gone #1 or close to it. I'm always going to play those.
And how is this tour different from your previous tours?
This tour is different because it's not one theme. The last tour was very candy themed, which was still fun. It's still very colorful, very vibrant. I wear all kinds of different colored hairs, but some of the songs are remixed, and maybe they're more they're a dancier version. Like Wide Awake is actually kind of a dance song now, but there's a lot more movement in this tour. I am a lot more physical than I've ever been. My knees are basically giving out on me. God, hoping they won't. But it is also, there isn't a bad seat in the house. On this tour, it's designed, the stage is designed so that I can really reach all parts of the arena. I have a runway that is in the shape of a V or a triangle, and it goes all around, all across the arena. So I'm like at the very end of the arena and at the very beginning of the arena, and I just run around the whole stage all the time. So people are really close to me. You know, I can reach out and grab people, and some people come on stage. Very spontaneous, but it's really fun. It's a really fun night, for sure.
So, as a global superstar and a music trailblazer, the world is always watching to see what you'll do next. Can you tell us what's next for Katy Perry?
Well, what's next is really very excited about the next single, This Is How We Do. It's been one of my favorite songs on the record since I wrote it and since I put the whole record together. And I've always wanted this to be a single, and I think it's a perfect time for the summertime. It seems very kind of like hip summer, cool vibes. And I'm excited for the music video. And I'm just excited to be able to go around the world and be able to connect with people and touch them, look them in the eyes, and hopefully connect with the music lover in them. So I'm excited to bring my Prism record 3D.
One very last quick one about your recent award for all-time top digital artist ever. What was that experience like? Okay.
Someone said that it's bizarre that you're the #1 top digital, you know, artist of all time, whatever, and I felt the same way. I feel like, you know, that's a lot of numbers. That's a lot of people clicking my name to buy my record, so I feel very honored and blessed and grateful I know I work really hard, and I always want to put my best foot forward. And I'll always try my darnest to bring great pop music. And yeah, so I'm very grateful for it.